read something here, and then I got the next thing I'd like to do is going to take a little work from you guys, okay? But I want to talk about this idea of, kind of build towards now a legacy. We all, like I started today talking, we're leaving a legacy. You're leaving an imprint on people. And this idea that, this is back from this book, The Power of a Positive Team, one of the ones you're getting today, that you're contagious. You are. Just as contagious as any COVID that's ever existed, right? You're contagious. Let me see what I got here. Get there. Maybe. Let me find it. Thought I had it written down what page it was on. It doesn't say on there, does it? Anybody got a good joke? Got it. Never mind, got it. You are contagious. The energy you put into your team and culture determines the quality of it. Research from the Heart Math Institute shows that when you have a feeling in your heart, it goes to every cell in your body, then outward. And people up to 10 feet away can sense this feeling. This means that each day you are broadcasting to your team how you feel. You are broadcasting negative energy or positive energy, apathy or passion, indifference or purpose. Research from Harvard University also supports the idea that emotions you feel are contagious and affect the people around you. Your team is just as likely to catch your bad mood as the flu. On the flip side, they're just as likely to catch your good mood as well. As a team member, your attitude, your energy, your leadership are contagious and has a big impact on your culture and the team. When you walk into the office or the meeting or into the school or the hospital or the fire station or the locker room, you have a decision to make. Are you going to be a germ to your team, or are you going to be a big dose of vitamin C? We're contagious, right? The people around you, they're feeling you, they're reading you. Man, we talk to our kids that I coach all the time. I'm sure you guys see this. If you're trying to put any group together and get them to work together, how important body language is. And you can tell without a doubt how into whatever's going on somebody is, just by looking at them. The look on their face, your facial expression, your tone. People hear that and feel that all the time. We're reading people, right? That's what we do. We read people to see how we're going to react next. People are reading you. When you're instructing, people are reading you. They can tell how important what you're teaching is. And there's all different types of personalities that are great instructors. Just like there's all different types of personalities that are great firefighters. But people are reading you. They can tell if you're interested in what you're telling them or not. And I know you guys, as being the instructors of the instructors that are important instructors and do all the instructing and go out of your way to make other firefighters better, know that well and good. And it is definitely important to you. It goes outside of instructing too, right? Just like I was talking about with me, with my son and your family and whatever other little communities you're a part of. People are watching you. People are reading you, and you're contagious. You're rubbing off on people. Just like COVID, and you want to end up being isolated. You want to be rubbing off on people positively. So choose positive. What lens do you look through? There's some great stuff right here. I fully believe that the lens you choose to look through, the way you look at the world, determines the world you see. 100% I believe that. We get to choose, right? And ends up determining the way the world sees us. You get to choose how you see things. And we can put a positive spin on everything that comes our way. Everything's not as easy to put a positive spin on, but we can. We can. In algebra, I teach my kids this. I'm going to show you something up here in algebra. I teach them how to solve algebra equations, right? We do a lot of solving algebra equations. And algebra is the easiest math. That's why I teach it. It's the easiest math there is, right? But one of the rules I teach them when solving equations is that rule up there: life sucks if you're very negative. But notice how and so stay positive, right? I tell them that all the time. Life sucks if you're negative. Stay positive. But see how I spell it up there? SUX. because I'm talking about the variable, the x, the variable. Quick math lesson, right? That's when math gets hard, and all of a sudden you have the letters in there. Who was that? Somebody, Dean, was that you said? Who was that? Rodney, right? Oh yeah, Rodney said, yeah, I was like, they put that Z in there, and it's like, so what does that count for 26? Since that's the 26th letter of the alphabet, now I'm supposed to add this? And, like, oh, wait a second. So, but solving equations, the x, the variable, and I spelled vary, V-A-R-Y, because I'm talking about the variable, okay? So, I just want to show you a quick equation here. Somehow I've kind of got out of order in my stuff on what we're talking about over here. So here we go. So this equation right here, okay? 2x minus 6 equals 12 minus 4x. All right, so that's an equation. So when I'm teaching algebra, I know, when you're not in algebra and you haven't been in algebra a while, you look at it and you're like, okay, whatever. When I'm teaching algebra, this is kind of, if you're going to go like level 1, level 2, level 3, on up, this is about a level 3 algebra equation. But here's my point. When you begin to work, and this is what I show them, why life sucks if you're very negative. Stay positive. When you begin this problem, you have a choice to make. Okay, so the idea in algebra, solving equations is just all about balance. That's the whole principle. Balance things out. So there's an equal sign, right? That kind of makes the middle of the problem right there. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do it to the other side. I explained it to him when I'm talking to him about that. Like it's just like your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. You got to don't want somebody to get jealous, right? So whatever you do to this side, you got to do it to this side. So we have a choice here. There's an x on this side, and there's an x on this side, and we have to get the x's together. Okay? So the way you do that is you do the opposite of one of them to cancel it out. Like I could choose right now to do minus 2x right here, because that would knock that one out. This cancels it out. Okay? But if I do a minus 2x on this side, I got to do the same thing over there. Minus 2x. Okay? So now, I still got this on this side. This is gone, right? I eliminated it. And I still have this other stuff over here. So now I put those together. That makes minus 6x. All right? So now I got to start getting this x by itself. I got to solve the equation and get the x by itself. All right? So I go minus 12. So I can get rid of this 12 right here. So of course I got to come to the other side, do minus 12. All right? Now I got negative 18 equals, the only thing left over here is negative 6x. So the last thing I do to get that x by itself, since it's getting multiplied by negative 6, I just divide by negative 6, divide by negative 6. Now I've got 3 equals x. Yeah, one time. Thank you. And here's the point. I'm going to show you again. We're going to work that exact same problem again, because here's my point. When I made this decision right here at the start of the problem, I decided to do this, which led to a negative 6 right here, and that led to all of these other negatives in the problem. Every one of those is a chance for things to go bad. It makes it more difficult. That's the main thing. When I tell my kids, I'm like, hey, do you want to work these problems the easy way, or do you want to do them the hard way? If you want to work them the easy way, stay positive. Don't be negative. Life sucks if you're negative. People don't want to be around you. People like being around positive people. Except for firefighters. I know. Y'all like doing that. Don't negative. John was showing me the other night. I was watching him. You got a good heart in you, John. I can tell the way you care about people. But man, you like put that little big old gruff firefighter. It's like, John. What are you going to try to teach me? What was this all? What are we doing? You know what I mean? They did that, but that's a good dude, though. But I'm telling you, and you guys, but I'm not talking about little, firefighter sarcasm. I'm not talking about that. I know when you guys see so much stuff that I'll never see, bad stuff. And I know to get to live in that world, you got to have some dark humor. I get that. And I know you guys, I know you guys, so I'm not talking about that kind of negative. I'm talking about just when you're just negative about life and things aren't going to be better. And it's not. So if I work this problem again, all right, so I got 2x minus 6 equals 12 minus 4x. So right off the start, if I would have just gone plus 4x to cancel that one out, so I chose to be positive instead of negative, now I got 6x over here. I still got that minus 6 on this side. All I have is 12 over there, so I get to do plus 6. Plus 6, I got 6x equals 18. Divide by 6, x equals 3. Now I can promise you, from my experience teaching, so we got the same answer. You get to the same point. You get to the same end point. But being positive, I can tell you right now, of the 100 kids I had in algebra this last year, if I gave them that problem, after I taught them, almost all of them would work it this way. But of the ones who worked it this way, a far higher percentage of them would get the wrong answer right here, because I'm telling you, every one of these negatives, you put it in the calculator wrong, you forget about it, you forget a negative over negative equals positive, positive, what am I supposed to do? Gosh, Monty, what do I do with these negatives? You know what I mean? So if you don't get negative and you stay positive, everything just goes so much smoother. And life is easier. It's not as difficult. Now, that's not to say life ain't hard. I know life is hard. Life is hard. But to make it as smooth as possible, stay positive. So I teach my algebra class that way. Stay positive, because positivity is a difference maker. You guys are contagious. So what do you stand for? What kind of team do you want to be on? What do you want to be known for? Right? The research has already been done. It's true. However you act, whatever aura you're putting out, people are feeling it. People are feeling it. They can tell. They can read you. Positive doesn't mean Pollyanna. It doesn't mean everything's all good. That's not why we're positive. It's not like life is good. We're positive because life is hard. And we want to make it as good as we can. Life isn't easy. You know, life isn't, things don't, you guys live in a world that's as difficult as anybody out there, so choose to be positive. Your daily attitude helps create the culture you're in. You and your teammates have a huge influence over your culture. Culture's dynamic. It's changing all the time. You know, you guys know that. If you've ever been in charge of a group, you can pretty much set the tone of the room. Like when I have our football team there, okay, they're all there in the meeting room, and by the way that I walk in the room and get ready to talk to them, I'll set the tone in the room. Do I want them to all be serious and quiet and paying attention? Or am I okay with them laughing and giggling? It's going to all be dictated by the look on my face, the body language I take, the words I'm using. It'll dictate the culture in the room. It will. I can walk in there and make it where they're laughing and talking and having a good time, and I can make it to where they're sitting there not saying a word, just by the way I handle it. Right? You help dictate that culture that you're in. So, what do you want to be known for? What do you want the people around you to be known for? So I want you to, or not the people around you. What do you want the people around you to know you for? So I want you to just do this. Two things I want you to do. First, just a little thing here on your notepad. Just take a moment. Okay, go to a different page, a clean piece of paper. Go to a clean piece of paper. One word. Choose one word that you want to be known for. Okay, take just a moment, figure it out. You can't go wrong. All right, there's surely more than one word that you would feel positive about yourself, but just choose one. A good word that if people think of you this way, you'd be proud of that. Write that word on. Just one word. Something that would be put you in a positive light. You know, something. There's lots of good words out there. You can't go wrong, by the way. One word. All right, everybody got one down? Okay, now take that piece of paper out of there, pull it out, crumble it, put it in a ball like you're going to throw it across the room. Crumble it up like you're fixing a chuck. Okay, Now, undo it and see if you can get it back to as smooth as it was. Think you'll be able to? Will you ever get all those wrinkles out of there? You ain't ever gonna get them all out, right? They ain't coming out. I mean, you could work on it. I remember we did the old buffalo skin when I was in about 3rd grade out of a piece of paper where, man, you get it smooth, and then you can get it real smooth, right? But you're never going to iron all those wrinkles out of there. Here's the point. Whatever you want to be known for is fragile. It's fragile. And the way you treat people will impact that word. So if I pick the word, let's say I want to be known as loyal. I want my friends, I want my family to know that I'm loyal to them. Well, the first time something happens and my loyalty is in question, it's like criminal. It's hard to get. I don't know if I can earn that. Them thinking, they don't know if they'll think of me as loyal again. Trust is a big one, right? Trustworthy. If you want to be known as trustworthy, break somebody's trust. You've all experienced that. If you don't trust somebody, are they ever going to convince you to trust them again? You're always going to have in the back of your mind, at least, right? The way it went last time. Absolutely. Trust is extremely hard. Now, the next thing I want to do. Positive. Okay? I know you guys will be good at this one. All right. So you're going to speak up. Feel free to speak up. Okay? Here's what I want you to do. Let's try to put a positive spin on things. Okay? Think about a situation positive. So what's a situation in firefighting? Yeah, I mean, it could be any of those things I had up there on the beginning on the UOE No page. Any of those things. What's just something that comes up in firefighting that would be a negative situation? Yes, ma'am.
I have to go to work on a holiday.
I have to go to work on a holiday. So how could we put a positive spin on that? I don't have to see my in-laws. Yeah, absolutely. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about right there. Absolutely. That's a positive. That very well may be a positive, right? Good one. That's a good one. All right. So what's another? Give me a negative. What's another negative situation? Something bad. Somebody gets injured. Even worse, dies maybe, right? Something bad happens to somebody. Like we put a positive spin on that.
But did they die?
There's one. If they're injured, they didn't die. There's one. Absolutely. What if somebody dies? How can you put a positive spin on that?
Maybe I can't say it won't. It'd be worse if you were there.
Okay. Absolutely. How can we, and maybe even look at, how can we honor the life of that person? Right? How can I live my life in a way that honors the life that he gave up? Right? I mean, I know you guys see bad things, and some of it might be as simple as having to go to work on a holiday, and some of it could be all the way to losing the life of a teammate. And so we got to figure out how to, and that's why I said earlier, I know you guys as firefighters, y'all see way more bad things in your line of work than I ever will in my life. And so you got to have some dark humor in you to be around each other and live in that world, right? I get that. But we can put a positive spin on those things to make life smoother. And look for the positives. They're out there. Right? Absolutely. When you think about it, when you said, what'd you say if someone died? What did you say is the positive?
Oh, it'd be worse if you weren't there.
It'd been worse. Yeah, absolutely. Think how many more people. There's ways to make everything positive, and that's what I'm just telling you right now. Positivity is contagious. You can find the positives out there, and life sucks if you make it. So stay positive.